Hello everyone. So I've been using the June cup specifically for about a few months, but I've used menstrual cups for like a long time. This is probably like my third brand. Um, so yes, it's a little bit of a learning curve in the beginning, especially getting to know your body. But I just want to share like kind of a quick tip, just like a little demonstration of how I put it in and how I take it out, and hopefully that'll help people who have used it, have had problems, or people who are just looking into using it for the first time. Okay, so the big thing, I've seen videos towards like they use like a glass cup, but it's like the thing is our vaginas aren't like this stiff thing, right? It's not like a bone. So I'm using a little like water bottle, and to kind of show kind of like this is how I know my body is, right? So this is my vaginal opening. But if I'm sitting down, or whatever, it's technically like closed in on itself, right? It's not just like this thing that air is just kind of coming in and out. So in order to get it in, so that's why we have like the different folds. I'm sorry if this is loud, but it's the best thing I could find to kind of get the idea of how I maneuver this. So whatever folds you've seen, like the C fold, you just do that, or they do like this fold or whatever. So essentially you just want to fold it up, because just kind of like pushing it in there is really not going to do it. If you're sexually active with a male or something, usually this would go that way, like this is kind of the tip of a penis, or like anything else, so like that kind of goes down smoothly, but this way it's kind of like hard. But it should fit in there, like the idea of this really does fit in here. Okay, so the folding it down just kind of like, for me, helps me like insert it. So if I'm like kind of like that, right, I just feel my vaginal opening, and I just want to get it kind of like in enough, right? So I'm like, okay. And then I just kind of let it like pop open right when I'm there. So I know that it's open. So I know a lot of like people are saying like, oh, it's not getting opened. When it's like that, it's still kind of like hanging out of you. But when you get just the rim in, right, the rest of it is like smaller. So that's really what you want to be able to insert. So once I get it like this, then I just kind of like turn it. And again, this is a water bottle, so it's kind of like dry. It depends on, I guess, your insides, your chemistry. Some might be more lubricated than others. Usually when you're like on your period, there's enough fluids to where like it'll slide in. But the idea is that you want to do it carefully. You don't want to push too hard, but not too, you don't want it to like squish down either. So kind of what I do is like I kind of do like this spinning thing, and again, just kind of slowly guide it inside. And the idea is, at least for me, again, just how comfortable it is. You don't want it kind of like halfway out, because you can feel this, and you can sit on it, it can kind of poke you around. So then again, I just kind of keep spinning it, and I'm holding it like more bottom. But once it's in, like I already know that it's open. So I'm not worried about it like opening up. It is really, really soft, but it's already in there. It already has this seal on there. So I kind of just squish it and kind of spin it in there. And until, again, comfortably, it depends about to each person. I try to get it essentially to where like this tip is almost like barely in, or I can't feel it, so that might be different from day to day depending on how your cervix is. So I guess on this water bottle, okay, so for example here, I could say, okay, so here, this is me sitting down, I can't feel this, it doesn't bother me, it's inserted, I know it's not gonna like leak, right? So I already know that it's open, and then I slowly guided it in there. Two, so how to take it out. So let's say here, this is your vagina. I'm going to say this is your like period. So it's just kind of like filling in there. So that's the whole idea of like not leaking, right? So it could be like anywhere here. You just kind of have fluids in there. And then it's supposed to catch all of those fluids. You might get a little bit drop here and there. That's usually not a big deal. But in the beginning, that's how you're going to kind of feel about that. And then, okay, so once you decide to change it, the biggest thing is, yes, this is there for you to feel it, right? You don't want to kind of tug on it, because it's like this weird like suction feeling, and a lot of it might not really work, and it might just be like, oh man, it's stuck, like I can't get it out, what am I supposed to do? So you don't want to go into panic mode. Okay, sorry, like I shook it too much. This is not an actual vagina, so like it leaked. Okay, so what I do is that you can kind of push down a little bit as if you're having a bowel movement, enough for you to be able to feel these ridges, right? Okay, so I'm looking at, so my, it's full of fluid, so you want to take it out without spilling everything. So it's like the two things. So what I do is that I just kind of squish it, you know, not too much, but squish it enough to where like it breaks that seal, like that. And then I'm able to just slowly pull it out. And I want to do like back and forth motion, so that the liquid stays in there. So you want to kind of like have it, you know, you don't want to just take it out and then it just all spills everywhere. So again, just squish it from one side just to break the seal. And then the more it comes out, the more like grip you're gonna be able to do it. So again, in the beginning, I was grabbing it from here and then now it's out. So now reposition, grab like that, reposition, and I just kind of guide it out. And then kind of the same thing as when I inserted it. Once it's out enough, so this is where you really want to be careful, just like how when you're inserting it. I'm trying to be careful. Again, it's a water bottle, but okay. So once it's, there we go, towards the rim. So again, the whole, like, it's kind of like mostly hanging out of you, and all you have is like the rim there, right? So this is where you just usually like take my finger and punch it. Like again, do kind of like a almost punch down fold. It depends on how full it is. You want to do it too much because it'll squish out. So with the punch down, just kind of there. So then it's completely out. Then you're able to just, you know, empty out wherever, sink, toilet, etc. Rinse this off. You could wipe yourself if you want to, and then just go ahead and reinsert. So just punch down, let it pop open, and guide it back in. So I hope this kind of helped. Again, I've been using a cup for like years. I think I'm maybe almost 10 years. I'm not really sure. I just know my son is 10, so it was after I had my son. So I do use the bigger cup. But I hope this helped you guys. And let me know if maybe I could clarify something else. I hope this wasn't too noisy, but I just wanted to share that. So have a good day.